Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm camera down because I had a really rough night last night and I didn't sleep very well. What I wanted to do is get right into this video. I went shopping and I went a little bit, well, completely crazy. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff that I'm very, very excited about. Let me see if I can get more in the camera. And thanks again for joining in. I really appreciate it. And I think this is going to air on Sunday. I bought this necklace. This was only $1, but it was Japanese and super cool. It's like late 80s, early 90s. And it's lacquered wood with these hand-painted and really cool orange and gold polka dots. And the beads actually match. So I thought that was super cool for summer. And so cheap, but I was like, yeah, that'll sell right away. So that was just fun and cool. It goes to show you I'll buy pretty much anything I can make money on. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A really cool art glass. It's kind of I guess it's just a little sculpture or a part of a paperweight, but I thought that was really neat for opalescent glass with reverse enameled dots. I thought that was super cool. I might do a ring with it. I might do a ring. I might do a bracelet. I might do a pendant on a necklace. But I thought that was super cool, so I liked that. That was $1. That was from my friend Rose. She always has some of the best stuff. And I forgot to thank all of you for being here. So thank you so much for joining in. I'm so glad that you're here. And these are flapper beads from the 20s. And they're really small seed beads that are all strung together and kind of woven together into a snake chain. And then a double tassel on the end, which is normal, which is the usual. So those were, I think, $3 a piece. And this is kind of a blue-black carnival glass with like a luster on it, an iridized luster. So I loved those. Those still sell. They used to sell for like 60 to 70, and now they're down to like 20 and 30. And these are ruby red and Art Deco flapper, flapper length beads. I loved them. They're very wearable. They're very cool. And then this is some sort of, look how dirty this jewelry is. Always so dirty. And then I go crazy because I have lint all over everything. Let's not worry about the dust. Let's worry about the jewelry, right? Look at this stone pendant. So definitely imported from China. And it's it's got an opalescent sheen to it. And it may be in the jadeite or the agate family of stones, of gemstones. So I'll have to look into that. But what I liked is, I liked the construction of how this was woven together and almost crocheted. But I liked the effect that that cable had. And I liked that the pink picked up the pink of that stone. And I thought that was super cool. So please bear with me on this video because it may be a little out of focus, but you're in front of me and I'm behind the camera this time. It's very awkward, but it's something I need to get used to bring these to you. And then in this little bag, this was super cool. It's a 1950s, 1960s modernist sterling silver, kind of atomic burst pin, not signed, but definitely could tell it was sterling by its oxidation. And I really liked its simplicity. So it's very small. It's a tiny little thing. And I really, really liked that. So that was a yes. And then in this bag, I chose all of these. So I hand-picked out all of these, and you'll have to excuse the price tags. I haven't cleaned anything yet. This one is black spinel and sterling silver. It's contemporary, but it was only $10, and it's a large size. So I knew that that would sell very quickly. And then there is this one, which is tiny little diamonds in sterling silver. And on the inside, it's signed .25. And that's a 1/4 carat of little tiny diamonds in sterling silver. So I knew that would sell pretty quick for an everyday band ring. How could I go wrong? This is really cool. It's a little hypodermic needle. I think it was for a doctor or a veterinarian's charm bracelet. But look at the little jump ring. It's sterling silver, and it would fit on a sterling silver charm bracelet. But I was a veterinary assistant for 17 and a half years, and I thought, that's really cool. Look how chipped up my nail polish is already. Actually, that's not chipped. I picked all that off. I picked every little skull. I had these cute little skull and crossbones on there, and I picked all of them off because I was nervous. This one we'll wait on for a second. This is the best one of the bunch. This one is CZ, cubic zirconia and sterling. Again, these need to be cleaned. So I'm sorry about the dirtiness of them, sterling. And I liked the undercarriage in there. It's like a filigree metal, very well finished, very beautifully done. Sure hope this video is going to come out okay, because I don't have time to re-record it if it doesn't. So if this is a mess, just bear with me, and please go back to my old videos. Also, while I have a second, I want to ask all of you for a favor. If you could please go and tell one person, just one friend or family member or a youthful person in their 20s and 30s that aren't really exposed to antiques and vintage, please ask them to come over and watch my channel and subscribe to me. That's the way I'm going to continue to grow this channel, and I really appreciate the help. So thank you for that. This is sterling silver and citrine, and I really like the open work band. It was only $10. So I figured someone would love that. And then this one, amethyst and cultured pearl in sterling. I really like the construction of this. Very asymmetrical, very naturalistic. And when it's on, it's very beautiful. It's quite the beautiful, I don't know. The design of it is it just reminded me of Hawaii and the ocean, just tropical, maybe Florida even. It's just very, very cool. It's a very cool ring. And I thought that was interesting in its concept and its construction. This is the one I had up a second ago. It's very unusual. So this is sand cast Native American, and it's sterling silver. It's a very large size. It's a size 10. And that is a carved green turquoise stone that is the effigy of a snake. And I went to the Serpent Mound in Ohio last year with Jeremy in August, and it's a place that changed my life. The Serpent Mound, if you Google it, it's in southern Ohio, and it was about a 4-hour trip, and it was so worth going. But it's a mound that the Native Americans built, and it's this effigy mound of a snake, and it is a magical place. But this ring reminded me of being at the Serpent Mound, and my friend Paul had this at the flea market, and I couldn't help myself because I loved the simplicity of the mounting. Very Navajo in its approach. I'm sure this is Navajo, and very old construction. So that was a yes. And I loved the green turquoise rather than blue. I guess I should back up a little bit and make sure that these are in focus. This video is probably the biggest mess of any video I've ever done, but it's okay. You bear with me because you love me and I love you right back. Let's get these price tags out of the way. Let's put these over here. So, oops, let's get them way out of the camera. And then there's this little enameled teddy bear charm, and that is sterling silver, yellow, and turquoise enamel from probably the late 50s. And I really liked that for an enameled charm. Let's just get these out of here. And then there is a fan, a hand fan that's enameled. And if you hadn't seen my short feed on the French fan from the Antique Mall, please go over to my short feed because I found a beautiful mid-19th century fan, a ladies fan, lace and painted. I don't know why I'm so out of, and I'm trying to watch the video at the same time. My eyes are hurting already. So there is a black enamel sterling silver poodle for a charm, and that's also sterling, so that's from the late 1950s, early 1960s. And for those 4 charms, the hypodermic needle and the, let's see here, the little needle charm, and this one, and where did that other one go? Oh, the fan. For those charms, that was $10 for the grouping of 4, and I thought that was a steal. And then we'll go back to this one. Let me wipe this off really quick. Let me get a towel and wipe this off. And again, thank you so much for coming over and watching this. I really appreciate it. This is diamonds and sterling silver, and I bought it for CZ and sterling. I wasn't sure that they were diamonds at first, and then I brought it home, and I got very, very lucky that those are diamonds, and it's 3 carats of diamonds. So they're baguette and round, very beautifully matched, and they're okay for quality. Look at the undercarriage again on the inside of that ring, how that's finished with that soldered in place fretwork, or like fretwork or an infrastructure on the inside that kind of holds this whole thing together. Little hearts on the outside gallery, and then look at those diamonds. Beautiful, beautiful diamonds in there, and 3 carats total. I had one similar to this that I sent to an auction, and it did extremely well, and I think this one will do the same. So that's beautiful, and that was very inexpensive. So that was great. Let me clear this out of the way. I'm going to put this back in here. And again, thanks for joining in, and I hope the camera feed is okay. Again, this is new to me, so you'll have to forgive me if it's not perfect, but I'm learning. And I'm just so glad that you're here with me today. Let's scoot that stuff out of the way. Let's scoot this over here. Oh, here's a Bakalite bangle that was apparently chewed on by a dog or a cat. I think it was a dog. And it's just completely chewed up. So I'm going to have to sand this down and polish it and refinish it. But that's brown Bakalite, and it was $1. So I figured for $1, I may as well take a chance to try and refinish that. Of course, I'll have to use a double respirator because Bakelite does have formaldehyde in it. The formula had formaldehyde in it, so I'll have to use a double respirator to restore that, sand it down and get it refinished and get it sold. All right, back in the bag. Thanks again for holding on. And then this is, I was explaining to Tanya on the phone this morning. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk with Tanya this morning. It made me aware of something that I had to mention. And this is further proof that, and another one, here we go. So this is further proof that I'm really lucky that when I go to the flea market that I stick out, because this was one of those instances when, all right, I think that, no, we'll talk about this one too. And there's other ones in this box. Here, throw that in. And let's see here. Oh, this is kind of, no, this is cool. Because these are little, yeah, there's a whole bunch more in this tote. There's there's a huge tote filled that has like tons and tons and tons of bags. These are Haskell bracelets. And then there's a crystal Art Deco, really cool thing in there. And then, yeah, there's just, oh, this ring is super cool. It's like an India jeweled and tasseled ring. Look how big it is. Really a fantastic thing. So I love that. But we'll get back to that in maybe in another video. So what I was saying is, I'm really glad as I show you some stuff, and I'll just flick through it as I tell you the story. I was minding my own business, and I was going through the flea market, and this huge white box truck, this man was yelling, and he was going, "Hey, Mr. Turquoise, Mr. Turquoise." And I was like, who's Mr. Turquoise? It ain't me. I don't got turquoise on today. I'm Mr. Bakalite today. And so this guy's yelling, "Mr. Turquoise." So I turn around thinking, maybe it's me. And sure enough, this guy's flagging me down. Long story short, it's really good to stick out at the flea market and to be notable, because I would not have had the opportunity to buy all of this if I didn't stick out. If I was, just kind of one who blended in. And this guy had a killer load. And this is Miriam Haskell. This is from the 50s. This one's probably worth around 125, maybe 150, but these are just acrylic. They're not glass. And then brass and filigree. It's signed on the inside. Let's see if I can pick that up. It's right there. Miriam Haskell. So look for Miriam Haskell. It still goes for decent money. So let's clear some of this out. I have quite the mess now. So we'll just put this here. And then Laguna earrings. Laguna, Aurora Borealis, and crystal earrings. They're clips. So those were nice. Again, nothing earth-shattering in any of this, but all sellable because all of it was, I should say, accumulated very carefully. And then this has the powder on the inside, and there's a mirror up on the top of it. But this is Petty Point needlework, and it's hand done. And the scene is beautiful of this kind of always like rural scene with like almost a courting couple and an attendant, but beautiful, really, really beautifully done, and a beautiful compact. So there's that. And then this, I think, some of these I kind of saw, or at least here, let me get that off of there. There's like a gross price tag on it. Dirtier than dirty. This is Monet. And really nice because, 5-layer gold tone chain necklace from probably the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And Monet does sell. I usually don't specialize in it because it's slightly too new and too commercial, but I do like things that I can flip pretty quick. This is faux pearl and gold tone. Beautiful, unsigned, so 90s, but that kind of classic. Oh, it's missing a pearl, so I'll have to, maybe it's in the bag. Let's see here. Is that pearl floating around in here somewhere? It probably is, or it's in another bag. Sterling silver, CZ, cubic zirconia, gold-plated bracelet. That's kind of cool. A Trifari gold tone necklace that will sell pretty quick. A little bit of wear to the gold, but not too bad. So Trifari, and it's crown Trifari. So always look at the clasps on these right there. So it's always signed right there. And sometimes Trifari signed on the inside, and sometimes there's a little T with a crown. That's the logo that hangs from right here, and that's missing. But just remember, anytime you see that kind of ball-shaped end and that kind of rectangular link chain, more than likely Trifari. And sometimes it's Monet, but usually Trifari. Little mushroom pin, isn't that cute? Very, very cute little mushroom pin, vintage. Thought that was adorable. A large, just glass costume ring, gold-plated. But someone will like that, you know, on a $5 table. That'll be gone in no time. And then this one, I need to clean this up. It does have some corrosion on the outside, but these things I think had been stored for a long time. Long baguette rhinestone, kind of glitzy hinged bracelet with rhodium plating. So I'll have to clean that one up, but that was wonderful. And the only reason why I'm going so fast is 2 reasons. There are 4 more boxes like this tote on this side. There's 4 more boxes that came with this. So we'll set that out of the way. And then we'll go into, I think these are plastic maybe? Mostly plastics. And again, thanks so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. This could be Bakelite. I'll have to test them. I use Simichrome, but those definitely are the color and the weight of Bakelite. They're on a chain, so anytime you see plastics on a chain, you're probably in a better quality. Not all the time, but most of the time. And it's kind of an apple juice color. It's not technically apple juice because it's a little darker orange than what we like to call apple juice, because apple juice is more yellow. But those could be Bakelite. A lucite cuff bracelet, very minimalist, very cool, very 60s, 70s. Oh, this is nice. Some sort of, this may have been a purse handle. The crocheted end might have come through here, and then this could have been the wristlet for a, I'm going to put this on, I think. I hope I don't break it. No, it's not going to go on. It almost went. Oh, so close. Anyways, that is where the purse would connect to this little celluloid. I think this one's celluloid and rhinestone. So rhinestone sparkle. It's very cool. And then this one, this one people call end of the day Bakelite. It's not. It's in the acrylic family. So don't ever confuse this for Bakelite because it's not. But this layering effect is reminiscent of bow tie bangles. It's just not there, but beautiful. I like the color of this one. Still very, very nice. I think these were, you know, back in the day, they were $10 to $15, and now they go for about $30. So that's a nice increase. Lucite clamper, so lucite embedded, and they call it confetti, but this one has little pink shells and then kind of the confetti behind, but that's a nice clamper bracelet. And these, again, these used to bring 80 to 90. Now they're down to like maybe 40, you know, 30 to 40, but they're still selling. So that's a good sign. I like that. And the spring hinge is nice on that one. So it's definitely, doesn't chatter when you wear it. It doesn't, you know, bobble back and forth like some of them do. All right. And then it looks like, yeah, that's celluloid and wood. Beautiful celluloid and wood flower pin. Wish I had the time to take all these out for you. Oh, and then they call this forbidden fruit. So this is the grape cluster pin and the grape cluster earrings, and those are called forbidden fruit. And they are basically, these are thermoplastic. These aren't the lucite ones. These are thermoplastic and then inset with green rhinestones on those. And it's nice to have the pin and the earrings as the set. So that's cool. 18 minutes in and I'm not even 1/16 of the way through. How did I know that this, you know, quick video was going to turn into a 7-hour-long video? This is a nice rhinestone clip. It's got all of its little enameled flowers, and I hope this works well. Yep, it's got a good spring to it. Snaps closed. So just watch the mechanisms on those, because they do sometimes wear out, and they can be fixed, so don't freak out. A little bit of enamel wear on the flowers, but all the stones are there. And I think these are actually plastic. I don't think these are glass. I think, yeah, these are cast plastic rhinestones. They're actually not glass. It's a big surprise, but watch the materials close. Don't just assume that this is just a plain, I don't know why that's in there. It's just a plain hinged bracelet. Kind of deco in appearance. Nice that it has a safety chain. But again, nothing monumental, but still cool. A costume ring. Not really anything great, just brass and kind of a glass stone. let's see here. I'm losing focus. This is enameled flowers, and I think it has, does it have both earrings? I think it does. Maybe I just threw the other one in the bag. Oh, here it is. So enameled earrings, clip, of course, and then beautiful necklace. So a nice set, beautifully done. It looks like all the stones are there. Nice enamel work, so that's nice. That's a nice set, very sellable. A watch, probably gold filled. I'll have to check that out for gold content, but probably gold filled on that one. So I'll have to check that out. Rhinestone brooch, kind of nice. Nice design, nice craft. I don't get into rhinestones that much anymore, and there seems to be an awful lot in this assortment, but they're all old, which is great. I think all the stones are there in that one. It's a choker style necklace. That's probably from the late 1950s, early 1960s. Another, oh wait, this might match that necklace and earrings. I'll have to check that out. But again, this is just me going, oh, this necklace matches the pin I just showed. So it's a nice kind of flat chain necklace, 50s, late 1950s. Looks like Coro or Listener. I'll have to check that out. This one's really neat. I did not know this was in here. So let's slow down for a second. Boy, I'm so sinusy this morning because my allergies are going crazy. The trees are in full bloom, and I mowed my grass yesterday. So anytime I mow my grass, I pay for it the next day. This seems to be, oh, it is. There's a snake chain, and it goes, oops, there's the snake chain, and it goes through the bail back here. And this is also a brooch. And this matches the earrings. Probably has a stone or two out. Yeah, there's little baguettes that are out here. Just watch real careful because a lot of these will be missing stones. And there's one right here on the desk that just fell out. So there's one right there. And I'll repair this. But once the stone falls out, you got to remember this. And this is a little helpful hint. Let me put this right there on my dirty fingers. There is this tiny little stone. See how the foil is off of it? Well, you can't use this stone to repair this because the foil is gone. So you have to get a new rhinestone or an old rhinestone with the foil on it to be able to repair that correctly. Because if you glue that in now and put that in, it's going to show that there's no foil on it. And it's going to be kind of, quote, quote, a dead rhinestone. So it's not going to look right. All right, we'll put that back in. Well, I sure hope I'm not in the film. I sure hope you can't see my face and my shirt. I'm a wreck. I am a mess. But it wasn't about me. It was all about the jewelry today. Some sort of faux seed bead and rhinestone necklace and earrings. So we'll have to get into that. It looks like there's some loose stones in there, and I don't want to lose any of those. So we'll wait on that. All right, look, we're cruising. I wish I had a bottle of water. This is a Mexican sterling clamper bracelet, and I do love this style. Look at how cool. So great spring mechanism, so very much so, stays closed. Look at that inlaid mother of pearl and that dramatic scroll, that asymmetrical, beautiful abalone inlay that goes all the way across the surface. And then on this side, silver, and then put abalone on the outside. Such a push and pull of design. And I love the dramatic nature of that. And see how it's oval, so it fits the wrists really nice? That's a killer. That's beautiful. And it's signed right there on the inside. So it's signed right there. And I wish I could get closer. There we go. And beautifully done. I wish I had my loop over here, but I didn't think of, well, I'll just say I didn't think of bringing my loop on to look at some of these things. So I wish I would have it, but that means I have to go way across the room, and I got to put you on pause, and I don't like to alter my videos. I just like to go. This is a rhinestone brooch from probably the late 1950s, early 1960s again. It may have some condition issues, so I'm probably going to have to address that, but I like it. It's in the style of Art and Company. And there's the clip-on earrings. I don't think it's signed anything, but I really like the color. And that is glass. That's not plastic. That's not Moon Glow Lucite. That is actually glass. And clip-on earrings, beautiful construction. So that's a nice set. That's a win. That's a win. And then some sort of opal glass pin. Not really sure. It looks like Castle Cliff. Let's see if it's signed. Nope, it's not signed. but there's the back of it. Really nicely done. It kind of looked like raw opal stones. Very cool. And then, let's see. Oh, I can dump out some more out of this box then. Look how fast I went through this stuff. Oh, I put this away already. That was that kind of pink rhinestone necklace. These are, I'm not going to dump these out, I don't think. These are all clip-on earrings. There's glass, there's Bakalite, there's rhinestone, there's beaded. Some are signed. I think there's, in this one, I spied while I was paying him. Oh, down here, see Eagle Eye Jones over here. Not like it really matters, but here's the Whiting and Davis snake earrings. There's the that one, and I hope the other one is in here. Let me slow down for a second, see. I'm sure you don't mind. Oh, wait. If I take a second to look, so I don't have to look later. Here's the silver version of the Whiting and Davis snake earrings. So there is the Whiting and Davis snake earrings in silver tone. They're signed on the back of, there you go, signed on the back of the snake earrings that they're Whiting and Davis. Oh, and this ring, by the way, this ring is 14 karat gold. Nope, I take this back. These are raw gold nuggets. So high carat gold out of the ground, soldered together in sterling silver. Look how deep the nuggets go into the back of the band. And this I bought from the lady that I got the diamond and silver ring from. But those are natural gold nuggets. And again, I wasn't sure when I bought it, but I thought, wow, that design's really cool. So that's probably worth what I paid for all of those. I think there were 7 rings total. So that's probably worth all of what the 7 rings were worth. All right, there's that. And getting back to these. Oh, I'm probably going to lose this. I'll put it back on. So there are these snake earrings, and I love them. And then I hope the gold one, well, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. So there's the one gold one as we leave that out. Let's see here. Let's slow down for a second. I am so stuffed up this morning. I'm so sinusy. Thank you for bearing with me when I'm so sinusy. I'm just totally congested. No, there's Bakelite. I don't see the other snake in here. Oh, there he is. He's all the way in the corner. He's way in the corner. All right, there we go. So now I have the gold tone. I wish I could zoom in and just do this camera down, but I can't. It's too far away. So there's the silver tone, and then there's the gold tone Whiting and Davis snake earrings. So that was cool, because you find the bracelets, and then sometimes you find the bypass necklace. But it's not that it's hard to find, but it's getting harder to find the snake earrings. And so that's really cool. So the gold tone version in really nice condition, no wear on the plating, and then the silver tone version. So that's cool. All right, 27 minutes in, and you know, I do keep an eye on my clock just so that I'm not late to get all my other stuff done. But a nice assortment of earrings. And then these were, I think, oops, see, here I go. Almost, you know, losing an earring because I'm in a panic. Oh, and these were supposed to go back in there. So thanks again. I appreciate you sticking with me. Oh, and then these were supposed to, oh, these are glass. Those are neat. Dichroic glass clip-ons. Those are really cool. Those will sell. All this stuff will sell. And let's see. I'm going to put some of this on my eBay, and I think I'm going to sell some of it local just because it might be easier. And then I might eventually do like a pop-up sale on YouTube. And I talked to Jeremy about it. And as long as Jeremy's on board with my plans in my life, I am all about it. So let's lay these out. These are just little silver scatter pins. And I believe that, yeah, all of these are Mexican silver. And I like them. There's an eagle and a deer and a seahorse, another horse, a pheasant or a peacock. This one's probably the pheasant, and then a rearing horse, a rearing pony with a little, it looks like a coral eye, but that might be glass. But look at how old the pin mechanisms are. They're just that simple kind of fold over C. Very, very simple. But look how cute they are for scatter pins, and the eagle is great. I may keep the eagle. The deer is great. And yeah, so that's a nice little assortment of Mexican sterling that is older and very cool. So I think I am going to keep this eagle, actually. I think I am. I think I'm going to keep the eagle. I really like that. That's very cool. So I like the style of it. And then, oh, Cameo stuff, but I didn't see anything in this that I went nuts for that I thought was, oh, well, maybe in this. Yeah, we're going to have to take a closer look at that one. Victorian, so we'll have to take a closer look, but I love this box. I love this box. Oh, look, if I put this in here, look how great vintage rings display in vintage boxes. That's super cool. So that's why I keep a lot of these boxes, is because they're getting harder and harder to find. But that is just great to sell. And then you don't have to sell the box. You can just sell the ring, or you can mark the ring up another $35 and sell it with the box in case someone wants it. But yeah, that's great. And then, but this is a Cameo pin and it doesn't go in a ring box. So look, I'll just leave that there and that'll be kind of my mascot for the video. We'll leave it out of the way. And then this one is a scenic of sail ships. Kind of unusual with the mountain range in the back. Kind of unusual subject matter. Gold filled and beautifully executed on that shell cameo. I like the layering of colors. That's very nice. And then this one, no, that's not a real cameo, but that is probably, let's see. Yeah, that is definitely glass. Someone would say it's plastic. That's not plastic. That's glass with paint. So it's white glass or milk glass with green paint, made to look like jasperware, made to look like Wedgwood jasperware. Beautifully done. Really nice design. Definitely, you know, when people see that that simple kind of clasp, that's 20s, 30s, probably 20s with the little faux pearls. That's actually really lovely. I like that cameo. I don't love it, but I like it. And then this one's shell, but the quality is just not there. It's very lovely. I'm not taking anything away from it, but gold filled and a lot of wear. So someone loved this, and they wore a lot of the detail away as they wore it. And a nice figural person by a kind of a farm scene, farmhouse with a little river in front, a little lake. That's sweet. But again, it's not going to go for much because it's so damaged. But that's okay. Still, maybe someone would buy it for the frame. And this one might be 800 silver, and it might not. I'll have to look at that closer. But all completely hand-carved shell cameos. And again, they're not the most beautiful. They're not the most beautiful women, or they're not the most beautiful cameos I've ever seen, you know. But I might do a video on, you know, less attractive cameos. Me and my friend Jeremy, the other Jeremy, my friend Jeremy, he we have this kind of ongoing thing about unattractive cameos. This one's I like her face. I actually really like her face. I like how dimensional she's carved. So there we go. And I like how dimensional that shell. Look how they carved that. Just that's pretty cool. And I do actually really like her face now that I'm looking at her. I really do. I wish this would zoom in for me, but I really like the profile. I like that. She's very cool. All right. So put those away. And then this could be a bag of absolute heaven. This is the one that kind of made me buy the whole thing. I don't really want to dump well, I guess yeah, I guess I'll dump the whole thing out in a second. But then there was, over here, there was, well, what is that? See, I got to go through this a little more carefully. White. Oh, well, let's take this out because this might actually be really cool. And then some people might be, you know, screaming at their, yeah, I almost made a mistake. This is really cool. Wow. Well, yeah. And then there's some loose pearls. So these loose pearls probably go to, let's see here. Oh, it probably goes to this bracelet. Let's see here. Yeah, it does. So this is kind of a goldette, faux slide bracelet. And these pearls, I think, are off of that. And then this is a mother of pearl. Maybe this is Whiting and Davis. Maybe, oh, it is. So this mother of pearl, see, I gotta slow down. This mother of pearl bracelet, that's beautiful, is Whiting and Davis. And I almost made a mistake as my table continues to creak. I'm leaning forward because my back is bothering me again. So let's be honest about it. This, I almost made a mistake. I'm glad I slowed down. Yeah, okay, now I see what we got going on. Okay, so Juliana bracelet, classic Juliana links, of course, produced by D&E, which I'll get into in a whole separate video. So everyone just settle down, settle down and wait for me. I'll do a video on D&E, Juliana, for sure. Clear up some of the myths and kind of show you my collection. These are faux carved, opalescent, yeah, kind of opalescent. And then these are very, very cool rhinestones, encased white inside of clear. That is a great bracelet. So that's the Juliana bracelet right there. And here is the matching Juliana necklace. So there is the necklace. Now what you can see is look at the back of that too. So, oh yeah, Juliana, D&E, I should say, produced by D&E for Juliana. So you can see that the bracelet is missing the faux pearl dangles, and you can see there's little hooks right here. Here's a little hook. Here's a little hook. Someone else may have missed that as, oh, the bracelet's complete. Nope, it's almost complete. But what I could do is I could replace all the dangles either with faux pearl or Aurora Borealis crystal, you know, which they would have used as well. So it's not really changing the history of it, but it's just making it more wearable. Or you could even put the Aurora Borealis crystal on this one if I can't find faux pearls on the old wires to restore that. But that's really beautiful for a D&E or Juliana. That set, I would guess, yeah, I'm going to do really well. 150 to 170 for the set, even though it's white, but that's really sellable right now for summertime. But that's very attractive. Yeah, I'm glad I slowed down for a second. I was gonna say that was not, it was probably gonna go on my $10 table, but I would have found it when I put out my $10 table. But this one's really nice. The luster of that mother of pearl is quite exquisite for Whiting and Davis, and it is signed. I almost didn't see it. Gotta wipe this off. It's very, very dirty. I've got to clean this stuff, but there it is, right there, Whiting and Davis. There's the mark. So 36 minutes in, and I don't want to lose anybody, and I don't want to take up their whole summertime day. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. There's a lot of sterling in this box, but it's not really important sterling. Rhinestone earrings. Oh, this is kind of attractive. Here. See, well, okay, and then there's this, but I'll cover this. Maybe I'll cover this in another video. I got to go through this. This has me very curious, by the way. That has me extremely curious. It's either great, 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 or it's duds. And I think two are great, and I think the rest are kind of just costume plated. This is a shame because the stones have yellowed so much, but this is an Eisenberg original, and this is very old. This is one of the oldest, probably into, I would guess, the 30s. But there's the Eisenberg mark right there. It is pot metal. It's not sterling. But what's sad about this is the stones have yellowed so much, and there is really no way to fix that. Some people say there is, but sadly there's not. As a jewelry historian, I've been through it. I can't tell you how many times. They need to be replaced. So I'll have to wait until I find the appropriate stones to pop these out and then put period stones back in. And that might take a little while. You can clean it up a little bit, but there's really no way to fully restore it unless you take these stones out, refoil them, and put them back in, or just replace them, which is what I normally do. But look at the size of that. That's a big one, and that's lovely for an Eisenberg original. But look for that mark. Look for Eisenberg because it still sells. Years ago, that pin would be $500, and now it's down to like $100. So unfortunately, Eisenberg has suffered the consequence of time. Now, if you get into the Eisenberg mermaid pin or one of the big figurals that's sterling and has beautiful colored rhinestones, you're still into $3,000 to $4,000. So this is nice. I can already tell it's wrapped up in bubble wrap, but this is really lovely. This is some sort of, let's not pull this out of here. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a beauty. Yeah, that's a beauty. So that's beautiful blue rhinestones, all open back, and there's the matching clip earrings. And the other one, yeah, it's nestled down in here inside of the bubble wrap. I'm glad they kept this safe. So there is the clip-on earrings, and here is the brooch. And again, this is the first of four such boxes, and the other boxes have the same kind of stuff in them. So I'll bring those in future videos. But again, I guess my point is when people say, how do you find the stuff that you find? Well, just like this, sometimes the stuff finds me. Sometimes it's a total stranger who maybe I bought from, and I think I had bought from this gentleman, I think I was telling Tanya like 2 years ago. And he just goes around from state to state to state and he's transient, and he remembered me, and then he dug in the truck and he said, I think I've got some stuff that you'll love. And he showed me a little bit, and I was like, no, I don't really love it. And he said, come back in a little bit and I'll show you some other stuff. And then I went back, and then it was all this. But this, we'll get into this in a future video, I think, because I'm going to run out of time today. But a lot of sterling silver in here. Lots of sterling silver. Like that is for sure. And this is for sure. This is not. This is plated, so that'll set out. I can just already tell. This looks like it's silver. Nope. This one's nickel, but that is a real turquoise and real coral. But that's nickel silver. You can just kind of see by the finish. Again, I'm quick at this because this is nickel as well. Someone would sell it as sterling. It's not. The solder seams don't look silver, and they're not. So those two are plated. I'll get into that when we go through this a little more careful. This is plated. You can kind of see the wear on there. On that spoon, you can see the wear pattern there. So silver plated, and then the base metal, which is probably brass on this, or it's nickel. This is a plated ring. This one's sterling. So I'll kind of set this is sterling. This one is too. So I'll kind of set my silver up here. Boy, this is dirty stuff. Boy, what is this? Yeah, we're going to have to go through this really careful as I spill it out. And then a lot of these little rings are sterling. A lot of these tiny little kind of faux engagement rings. These are sterling silver and just crystal or cubic zirconia. This one's missing a stone, so you can see that these are glued in. Always look very close, and people ask me, how do you know so quick? Well, you can see that that stone is out, and they were just glued in. If you look close, there's no prongs holding those in. It's sterling silver, but you can see that it's less quality because the stones are just haphazardly glued in. Yeah, these are faux engagement rings or anniversary rings that are sterling silver. And just be careful because sometimes they did put diamonds in silver. So just go slow, take your time. Oh, this is all tangled up. That's all right. That might be a gold chain. And then these collar clips, if the other one is here, I don't see it. It's probably in another bag. These are sellable now. That's just nickel silver. Turquoise needs to be cleaned up. That's turquoise, and that's like a copper leaf. I don't know what those are. They're coin things. Yeah, these are like, let's see here. Yeah, they're like coin containers of some sort. Thought they were salt and pepper shakers, but they're not. Sterling silver earrings, and then a lot of sterling silver band rings. Oh, this might be gold. Let's take a quick peek. That's probably 14 karat gold. Yeah, that's got a gold shell, 14 karat gold, and then on the inside is gold plated. So that's like 2 pieces of 14 karat gold. It's just a little clip, and beautiful though, turn of the century. So that's a nice score in a bag of silver. And then this, well, I just may as well rip this open. Get it over with, right? An Arts and Crafts sterling silver pin. Very lovely, handmade Arts and Crafts turn of the century. You can see how it's hammered, and then that very simple clasp right there. Just that roll, the fold over. I always say roll over, but it's just a little fold over C, but beautifully hand constructed. And that, I don't know what stone. Probably, well, it's chipped. That's the kind of stone it is. It's chipped. So anyways, all right, before I completely lose it. Oh, look, a piece of aluminum foil. That's why I bought this whole thing, is for this gum wrapper from the 1940s. All right, so whoops. So thank you for joining in. I hope this was, oh, this is beautiful for sterling. I like this one. I get so distracted. Oh, and the owl. You know, this is probably a keeper too. Look how fat and happy and chubby and adorable. A no-neck owl with a big turquoise belly button and a mixed metal moon. Yeah, that's a Jason keep. That's a for sure. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video as I look through some of this stuff. Ooh, this is sterling too. Mexican sterling with nice abalone inlay. I always like these scenic pins though. I think they're going to start coming back. I really do. This is a nice money clip. Okay, I'm getting distracted. And I've got to get all this dust and dirt off of my backdrop because I have to take photos for my catalog. I hope this was okay. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing probably, I would say I'll be doing another one of these within the next few days. I also want to get into the glass, the vintage glass jewelry one. And I want to do a video on Herkimer diamonds this week as well. So I hope to get those done. Also, thank you so much the other night for coming over to my live video. There were 282 people or 287 people there. I was so excited. You made me so happy. And again, the way I'm able to do this is by having you share me out and by having you bring other people over. So please, like I said, just tell one person for me. And please have one person come over to subscribe because that's really going to help me out. Boy, there's a lot of sterling bands in here as I'm digging through this. But see, here I get distracted and wanting to stay on for another who knows how long, but I can't. I have to go to work. And my chip nail polish and my picked off nail polish. I'll do my nails for you the next time I come on. All right, so yeah, sterling bands. I'm very happy with that. Let's see if there's any more that I missed. But yeah, so thanks for coming over. And, thank you for coming over. And thank you for changing my life. And thank you for trusting me. And thank you for loving me because I love you all very, very much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great one. And I'll see you soon. I love you.